అసెంబ్లీ సమావేశాలు కొనసాగుతున్నాయి, లైవ్ చూద్దాం.
This forest cover and green cover, sir. Sir, what is the basis to incorporate names as Dharani? It's a very important question, sir. What is the base to incorporate names in Dharani, and who will incorporate the names in the absence of VRAs? Who will be doing that? Is a question which needs an answer, sir. Sir, the bill, ji sir. Sir, what is the basis to incorporate names in Dharani, and who will incorporate the names in absence of VRAs?
Dharani.
Dharani, sir. So the bill only talks about pattedars, but not about the persons who are in long-standing possessions. What about those people? We are talking about pattedars. What about the possessions which they are holding from years and years, sir? Further, there is no mechanism. If the entries are wrongly mentioned in Dharani, who will correct it? Who is going to correct this? Is also a question, sir. So further in section 16, with only pending cases, but there is no permanent dispute resolution mechanism for future, if any, in the Act. The Act is short-sighted one and not a comprehensive one to deal with the land-related issues. In the future, land disputes will increase substantially if these points which I have mentioned is not addressed, sir. Sir, going further ahead, sir, we think that this bar on transfer of title is superfluous and infectious, since the sub-registrar is authorized to allot PTIN and VLTN for unassessed properties and unassessed vacant land while effecting the transfer by way of sale, gift, mortgage, partition or exchange of succession under registered documents. So, Honorable Speaker, sir, how can the seller produce no due certificates or up-to-date payment receipt of property tax, water charges, electricity dues for an unassessed property or unassessed vacant land? Unassessed, sir. So we need to think how, because it is not assessed, sir. If it is assessed, then he will produce. But if it is unassessed, so how will he do that, sir? Sir, I would like to point out that in GHMC area, we have almost 20 to 22 lakh structured properties, out of which only 15 lakh properties are assessed for property tax. Only 15 lakhs, sir. Sir, these assessed properties include 12 lakhs residential premises, 2.5 lakh non-residential commercial properties, and 50,000 mixed properties, sir. Sir, this means that there are almost 5 to 7 lakh properties which are still unassessed. So what will be the fate of this unassessed properties, sir? So most of the unassessed properties include properties which may have been constructed without following legal parameters. Most of these unassessed properties do not have sanctioned layouts or building permission, or they may also not have title and registered sale deeds, sir. Such properties which may have constructed without obtaining building permission from the municipal authorities may also happen to have notarized title or sale deeds, sir. Sir, I am sure that apart from GHMC area, the municipalities and the municipal corporation across the state may have lakhs of such unassessed properties, not only in GHMC, sir, which are constructed without building permission from the concerned authorities, or whose title or sale deeds may be based on notarized title and sale deeds, sir. So the municipal corporation, municipality in the state may take up survey of the properties to identify unassessed properties under assessed properties and properties with actual change of land use, and properties shown as residence premises to bring them into property tax net, to releases the tax under assessed properties and to check the change of land use, etc., sir. Sir, a number of properties in GHMC area also do not have proper land records or link documents, sir. This is very important, sir. Link documents bhi nahi hai. Sir, 3-4 generation pehle, मेरे दादा परदादा की जमीन थी, घर था, जायदाद है, वैसे ही है, कागजात खाली उसके हैं, उस जमाने में कोई परमिशन नहीं लिए, या लिए तो परमिशन का कागज नहीं है, तो ऐसे कई प्रॉब्लम्स हैं, लिंक डॉक्यूमेंट्स नहीं है। तो मैं रिक्वेस्ट करूंगा, इस ताल्लुक से भी आप गौर करिए, जिनके पास प्रॉपर लिंक डॉक्यूमेंट्स नहीं है, एंड दे हैव बीन बिल्ड ऑन एनक्रोच प्राइवेट और गवर्नमेंट लैंड्स, बन गए होंगे गवर्नमेंट लैंड पे, एंड दे have also not been regularized under GO 58 and 59. आप GO 58 और 59 भी निकाले थे, उसका भी शुक्रिया अदा करता हूं। मजलिस मुतालबा करी, फौरन आप निकाले, लेकिन उसके बावजूद भी ये लोग रेगुलराइज नहीं करें। तो फिर से आप कुछ सोचिए कि किस तरीके से हम इनको तरगीब दे सकते हैं, हम इनको समझा सकते हैं कि आगे बढ़ के आप करिए. Sir, I would earnestly urge the Honorable Chief Minister Saab to come up with a comprehensive scheme for land regularization, layout regularization, and building regularization for properties in urban areas of the state, including GHMC, at a nominal rate as one-time opportunity, sir. As one-time opportunity, sir. Sir, I would like to repeat my request once again, sir. Sir, I would earnestly urge the Honorable Chief Minister Saab to come up with a comprehensive scheme for regularization, land regularization, layout regularization, and building regularization. This is very important, sir. Sir, I would also request Honorable Chief Minister Saab to announce another comprehensive scheme for registration of all notarized, unregistered property in urban area of state, including GHMC, at nominal rates, sir. At nominal rates, sir. Sir, I would like to point out that these turbulent times, when COVID pandemic has affected the financial status of almost everyone, the poorest of the poor, laborer, daily wages earners, hawkers, businessmen, entrepreneurs, and salaried class and middle and upper class, no one has a resource to shell out large sum of money for regularization of their properties under LRS, BRS, and land regularization registration of their properties, sir. So the new legislation has been welcomed by masses and also by my party. In the villages as well as in the urban residents have their apprehensions and its fallout on them and their properties. I would therefore request the Honorable Chief Minister Saab to reassure the urban residents and remove their apprehensions by announcing these two comprehensive schemes which I have suggested, sir. I also want to bring to the notice, sir, about the GPAs. Many land has been taken on by someone who's holding a GPA, तो वो उसके ताल्लुक से भी आप कुछ देखिए, और ये many agriculture land का, और उसके साथ ही साथ, sir, lastly I would like to say what would be the role of the organizations such as Revenue Department, and what would also be the role of Commissioner for Registration and Stamps, sir. This also needs to be told to the public, and I thank you very much for giving me this opportunity, and I welcome this bill, and I lend my support from myself and my party for the passage of this bill, sir. And I hope that the Honorable Chief Minister Saab would really consider my pain, my anguish towards the protection of work properties and endowment properties, and also the notarized documents, sir. Thank you very much for giving me the opportunity. Thank you. Kaika sir?
के रोल क्या होंगे, इनके रोल क्या होंगे, आप बताए थे.
जी हाँ साहब, जी हाँ.
Can you please repeat that?
Sir, the role about the organization structure of Revenue Department, and also the role about Commissioner of Registration and Stamps, sir. क्योंकि अब इनका कोई रोल नहीं रहेगा साहब, अब ये जब खत्म हो जाएगा उसलिए. Thank you very much for giving me this opportunity, sir. Thank you.
गौरव सभ्युలు गुवల బాలరాజు గారు.